Hi, I'm Dr. Birkenstock, owner of Skin Body Health in Mandeville in New Orleans. We're here to constantly serve you with anti-aging and weight loss techniques and beauty tips so that you can live your best life. We've been on a series, a 7-part series, about weight loss and how to achieve your optimal weight. So what we know is, what's the answer, gal? Well, the answer is in your genes, and not your blue genes, but your DNA genes, G-E-N-E-S. So when we started on this journey, we began to go around the wheel for optimal weight. That wheel started 7 weeks ago with leaky gut, and then we moved on to thyroid, food allergies and how that causes weight gain, sugar, so whether it's sugar from a candy bar or elevated blood sugar or the like, how that increases weight gain, hormones, and when the hormones are out of balance in perimenopause, menopause, andropause, or male menopause, how that influx and instability of hormones truly affects weight and can block all of your great attempts at losing weight. In addition to that, vitamin and amino acid deficiencies can certainly cause weight gain problems or a plateau in your weight loss journey. So tonight we're going to focus on DNA, the whole head of the pyramid, the king of the crop, what lays out the plan and the network for our custom weight loss. One little background for a moment. Our vitamin and amino acid series last week, series part 6, we had a lot of audio technical difficulties and some internet interruptions which caused a lot of upheaval. We will record that again next week and give you a fresh series 6 vitamins and amino acids. That will be on our YouTube too. But this one was so muddled that we decided just to pull it down and go ahead and review and redo that one. So for tonight, we're going to be talking about DNA. DNA and how it affects your weight loss journey. Well, we've all heard of DNA. Well, we can test for DNA to see if we're going to have breast cancer or if we have a birth defect type of gene, if we're pregnant. But what does DNA have to do with weight loss? Well, a now famous study conducted at the Stanford University looked at the long-term effects of weight loss using a few different diets at random. And what those results showed was that some lost weight on one type of a diet, whether it was Atkins or Pritkins or South Beach diet or even Jenny Craig, and some others lost on another type of diet, low-fat, high-carb, like Weight Watchers, for example. But it was not consistent across the board. Why was that? Well, the study then went on at Stanford University to test for participants' DNA, specific gene variations that they were born with. And they found that those using a diet based on their DNA results lost 2.5 times more weight than those not using their best DNA diet. So that's why you could go on a diet with you and your friend, and one of you lost weight and the other didn't lose any weight at all and might have even gained weight. The answer was probably in your genes. So as a woman physician who struggled with this a better part of my adult life, it was been my crusade to find the answers to these mysterious questions and find what are the different parameters to lead to a lifelong optimal weight loss. What is your road to skinny success? There was also another study published in the Weight Loss Journal, and that study showed from a Harvard gentleman that when we do a diet according to our genes, we lose 76% more weight. 76. That was Dr. David Katz in the weight loss testing profile called Optimal Weight. And he stated that there's a brand new field called nutrigenomics. And nutrigenomics is the link between genes and nutrition. And Dr. Katz went on further to say that when we use this data, it makes sense because our genes and hormones are all related. Hormone levels, enzyme levels, all the basic levels of metabolism. So when we marry the knowledge about someone's custom genes, DNA, and we blend it with the type of diet, the type of exercise, and then the type of brain mutations or habits, we can come up with a lifelong road to skinny success. So suffice it to say, when we look at both of these studies, the optimal weight study and then the famous Stanford University study, one of them shows 2.5 times more weight loss when we do a diet based on our DNA genes. The other study done by Dr. Katz at Yale showed 76% more weight loss when you follow a diet based on your genes. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. So when we take that magic wheel, it's on our website, Dr. Birkenstock Skin Body Health, skinbodyhealth.com. What we find is when we pay attention to that interconnected wheel, we start you on a DNA-based diet based for your custom profile. How much protein, how much carbs, how much fats? Well, you know, there are a lot of people out there that say, oh, just go on the ideal protein, high protein diet. Well, myself for one, excuse me, that would be a loser. Because for me, my genetic profile reads high fat, no, that doesn't mean French fry fat, but avocado, nuts, hard-boiled eggs, lean meats, olive oil. That is what my body, the fuel that my particular body turns into muscle and lean meat. If I were to go on a high protein diet, because I'm the low protein profile, I might lose a couple of pounds in the initiation keto stage, but very fast along, a few weeks later, I would hit a plateau and I might even gain weight because I am not built for a high protein diet. And if I go near high carbs, it's going to be a sunk ship for me. I'm a high fat girl. What genetics also teaches us is that it's not just about finding out that I'm built for high fat. That's great. That doesn't mean no carbs. That doesn't mean no proteins. It's a balanced percentage. When you figure out what your percentage is based on the DNA test, then we go through that network to structure a customized plan for you. So for me, I'm 30% fat, 30% protein, and 40% carbohydrate. If you know the general percentages, you can see how that is very high in the fat category, very low in the protein category, and extremely low in the carbohydrate. And there are 16 different body types. The genetic profile, the DNA profile tells us how to teach you to eat to your custom profile. So I'm the client that we discussed with the high fat. There's also another type of client that's built for high carbs, low protein, and moderate fat. So that particular client would be 55% carbs, 20% protein, and 20% fat. And matter of fact, my son is built that way. So genetically, he's mine. However, DNA pulls from mom and dad, from dominant and recessive, and it makes decisions. And when it makes those decisions, it makes different custom characteristics. You may be tall or short. You may be blue eyes, green eyes, or brown eyes. And genetically, for your diet, you could be high protein, low protein, high carb, low, or high fat, low fat. Just depends. The whole algorithm comes together and we get a very personalized, customized profile based directly on you. So the DNA combined with our thyroid function, sugar, gut health, food allergies and sensitivities, hormone levels, and vitamin amino acids, of course combined with the DNA, gives us that multi-step approach to lifelong weight loss success. So when we're talking about the DNA, it's does it hurt? You know, are they going into my bone marrow, my blood? How do we do this? Very, very simple. We take some medical swabs and we swab the inside of your mouth with a medical cotton swab, and we send it off to the DNA laboratory, which is internationally based. They send us back a 50-page custom report all about you. So with that 50-page custom report, it's telling us not only about what you should eat, how you should exercise, how many glasses of water a day. Well, to look at me, I'm a tiny lady. You would think the average recommendation of 8 glasses of water a day would be fine for me. Genetically, not the case. So for me in particular, according to my genetic profile, I have to have 12 cups of water a day. We may test someone twice my height or 3 times my body weight, and they may need only 7 or 9 glasses of water a day. It's totally about your DNA, your genes, and how thirsty or hungry they are, and what exactly type exercise they need for you to burn the most fat the most efficiently. So for example, when we look then at the exercise genes, and there's 8 of them, we're studying 25 total, 11 on diet, 8 on our exercise or muscle potential, how to burn the most fat, and then the last 9 are on our brain and what mutations or habits we may or may not have that we need to be aware of so that we can get our success to lifelong optimal weight. So the GNA type will tell us whether we have slow twitch muscle fibers, fast twitch muscle fibers, or 50-50 slow fast twitch. When we know what we're built of, this combination leads us into information to our best approach to burn the most fat the most efficiently and quickly. So we may recommend aerobic type training or endurance or sprints or interval training or a mix, which is the best unique sequence for you to burn the most fat the most quickly. The DNA test, as we said, after exercise potential, after the food based on genetics, your macronutrients, then goes on to tell us about genetics and healthy behavior. So it may tell us when we go on to the brain, the 9 genes in the brain, sugar, the GLUT2 gene. If you've got a mutation, then you're constantly craving sugar, whether it's sugar in the form of bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, adult beverages, or candy bars. It will tell us that. If you say, I can't stay away from sugar, but the GLUT2 is normal, then we know it's just a habit that we've got to break. That's a whole lot easier than blocking mutation. But mutations can be blocked with certain supplements and foods, actually, that can alter that state. Also, there's the MTHFR. A lot of people have heard this term. The MTHFR tells us whether or not you have the ability to properly absorb B12, B9, folate, and those vitamins that actually give us energy, stop cravings, help prevent memory loss, on and on and on. If you've got the MTHFR mutation, we know that we've got to feed those supplements to you, because even though you may be eating them and drinking them in form of green leafy vegetables in a smoothie or lean meats, etc., that you're not absorbing them because you've got that mutation. Also the leptin gene. The leptin gene tells us we're not hungry anymore. Let's stop eating. We've had a nice balanced meal. If that leptin hormone is bouncing, you're going to continue to look for more little snacks or foods or whatever to eat before you even finish the meal. If we can calm down that leptin hormone and turn it off, if that's a mutation you may have, then we can get back on the road to success. So sleep cycles are a big part of the brain gene mutations also. If you've got a short sleep duration, that doesn't mean that you just sleep 4 hours a night. It actually is a lot deeper than that on how far you go into the deeper levels of sleep and how long that you stay there. If you've got a shorter sleep duration cycle, then you're going to tendency to skip breakfast and begin eating later in the day and continue to eat very late in the day, which causes weight gain. The body, of course, is going to burn more fuel in the beginning parts of the day. And then there is, of course, techniques and supplements and other strategies we can teach you to help support that, if that might be one of your brain characteristics, mutations that we need to work toward. So remember, please, on all of our videos, please like and share to be entered into our free products and discounts that we offer. For tonight, for the first 25 people that like and share, like and share our video, we will be offering $50 off our DNA test. DNA tests are wonderful in and of the fact that you only need to do it once in a lifetime. Because once you do it, you know the blueprint, the architecture of your body, and that doesn't change. So please like and share us to be entered in first 25. We're going to give you $50 off the DNA weight loss test program. That's going to give you 50 pages all about you. It comes complete with all the research back behind all 25 genes, if you might want to read further on that. Click the link in the description below to go to our product store in skinbodyhealth.com. If you've missed any of our previous webinars, they can be found on our YouTube channel, Dr. Birkenstock Skin Body Health. So as we promised with each segment of our DNA Weight Loss seminars, we're bringing on one of our actual live clients, and they're kind enough to share their story with us. Tonight we're going to bring on Mr. Mike Lackney. Mike, come on up. Pleasure to see you, Mike. Thank you for coming in. So come on over, there we go. So Mike, you started on your weight loss journey, I think approximately 3 years ago with us.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
And over that period of time, how much weight did you lose?
41 pounds.
41 pounds. And 3 years later, you're still holding your own?
I'm holding on.
That's great. Like, so good to hear it. Did you ever at any point use our Jumpstart Juice?
Yes, I have.
And how did Jumpstart Juice, that's our cleanse, that regardless of what diet you're on, it breaks the plateau, helps you lose anywhere from 3 to 10 pounds in 3 days. How did you do with Jumpstart Juice?
I did well. I did well.
Do you remember approximately how much weight you might have lost?
Probably on the beginning with that, probably 15 pounds.
15 pounds in 3 days. Amazing. That's amazing. So here's Mike. He's lost 41 pounds and has kept it off over the last 3 years. Mike, was our weight loss program hard?
Not at all. It was easy.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Did you get to eat your own foods?
I did. I just followed the instructions of your DNA, and it helped me out a lot. I found out on the DNA, I was learning with my body that I can eat more protein, a protein diet, as you said. I also learned when to eat, how to eat, and most of all, I learned to know when not to eat.
When not to eat.
And
Yeah, that's important
what I mean
too.
by that is that after 7 o'clock, I try not to eat anything at night. You know, up to that point, I can eat pretty much what I want throughout the day, but I got to cut off at a time.
Right.
And maintain your weight.
Correct. So Mike and I share one of the genes, which is a short sleep duration. So because of that, when we have to stop, we have to put that anchor down after 6 or 7 p.m. and not eat after that, because we will gain so much more weight than the average individual because of our short sleep cycle duration. So Mike, anything else you'd like to say, Mike? We so thank you for coming.
No, I think it's a great program and great talking too.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. All right, everybody, we'll open the floor to any questions. It's been a pleasure talking with you over these last 7 weeks. Again, we're going to reintroduce vitamins and amino acids next week because we had the audio-visual difficulties.
How much off do we get if we like and share for the DNA?
If you like and share for tonight's program, you will be $50 off the DNA program. The DNA is normally $4.99. I know that might sound like a lot of money, but if for example, if you did a DNA for breast cancer or one of the other DNAs, they run right through the laboratories, whether it's Quest or LabCorp, about $2,000. So this one, you don't have to draw any blood. We simply swab the inside of your mouth and we send it to the International Laboratory. They send it back within 2 to 3 weeks with that custom profile all about you.
How quickly can I drink the Jumpstart Juice?
The Jumpstart Juice, once we do the DNA test, you can do the Jumpstart Juice at any time. We love to introduce someone on the Jumpstart Juice because it really does shake up the thermostat. So when we begin to lose weight or when we're on any diet, we all hit that deadly plateau. And when we hit that deadly plateau, we need something to shake it off because it is very much like an air conditioning thermostat. So that thermostat's set to 70 or 72 or whatever it is in your home. So when the ambient air temperature moves either up or low, then the thermostat will come on or turn off. Well, the body's kind of like that too. The adult body finds a temperature, or better in this case, a weight, and it latches onto that weight. And that might not be the weight that you like, that you want to hold on to. So the way that we stop, break that thermostat and get on to a different sort of weight acclimation is to shake up that thermostat. So you do a weight loss cleanse, get off of that weight loss thermostat, and then you can reset the thermostat to a lower level and then get onto off the plateau and onto a successful weight loss journey. As always, we thank everybody for joining us. Next week we'll again do the redo on vitamins, amino acids, their deficiencies, and now how they can affect our weight loss. Please like and share so that you can earn the $50 off of the DNA weight loss kit. And as always, we thank you for watching. We're here to serve you, and we'll be back next week.